And trails do have a life of their own, in a sense that tarmac roads never have. And one of the main beauties for me about running trails, and this seems to be shared by everybody that I've run trails with, is the sense of being closer and more connected to the rocks, the trees, the vegetation, the wildlife, all of the nature around us. And letting this connection touch me and to truly allow it into my heart has stopped me dead in my tracks a number of times with just tears flowing. There's no way I could stop it. It was just like the connection was just so pure, simple, and heartfelt. When I first ran trails here in Estes, I came as a road runner, hadn't run trails before, and so I came with my cushioned, very cushioned, ordinary road running shoes. And I soon found out that the variety of surfaces under my feet on the trails left my body struggling at times to keep up with the amount of proprioceptive feedback that was actually coming back through my body, through my legs. And I actually very quickly ended up with a sprained, swollen ankle. And it took me a little while and talking to some friends to figure out what happened, basically. And what it is that running trails, you need to actually feel the trail underneath your feet. That it's very important to actually feel feedback. And the cushioned running shoes, the highly cushioned running shoes that I was wearing for road running weren't appropriate really for trail running. So I needed shoes that were more responsive, that I could feel the trail more underneath my feet. And so I set about researching some trail shoes. And in recent years, there have been a move to kind of more minimalist shoes. And these are some examples of some more minimalist trail running shoes. So these are La Sportiva Crosslights, and these are some of the shoes that I've run in for about 6 months now. Very responsive, very lightweight. I get to feel a lot through these shoes. And another example, these are Mizuno Wave Ascends, and again, quite low profile compared to standard road shoes. Again, very lightweight and responsive shoes as well. Good shoes. There's also been a move in running circles to go back to basics in terms of something called barefoot running. And earlier this year, I had the good fortune to meet Christopher McDougall, who wrote this excellent book, which is called Born to Run. And I don't know if you can pick up on the title here, but it says, A Hidden Tribe, Super Athletes, and the Greatest Race the World Has Never Seen. Well, part of what's contained within Chris's book is about the kind of renaissance of barefoot running. And I loved the title of the book. When I first heard about it, I knew nothing about Chris, but I just loved the title because I had this real sense that I was born to run. As I said, I feel kind of more natural running than I do walking. And our feet, what Chris says in his book is that our feet are incredible pieces of engineering. And I knew this before, but I kind of hadn't really thought about it in this way. And running in highly cushioned shoes actually encourages our feet to become weaker. And so I was thinking back to having spoken to Chris and listened to him and read his book, that actually I grew up barefoot running, that I used to run on grass on the beach with no shoes, barefoot running. This was how I started my life. Had no injuries. And one of the things about being a runner is that you're either injured or waiting for the next injury to come. And so there's a trend now for looking to barefoot running, and certainly a lot of athletes use barefoot running as part of their training. But just recently there's been some shoes which have created a bit of a stir in the market, and I'd just like to show you these here. These are called Vibram FiveFingers, and as you can see, they have a separate toe for each toe, so you're not enclosed in one meshed web, and so you can move each toe individually. The amount of cushioning is also very, very small, so when you actually touch the earth, then you haven't got much protection here. As you can see, most of the protection is actually on the forefoot area here, which is where, when you run barefoot, you naturally tend to land. And these shoes are amazing, very comfortable to run in. They're, they're not, I haven't found them to, on trails that are smooth and nice even surface, they are absolutely incredible. On grass, they're absolutely incredible. On rocky surfaces, they're not, because of the amount of cushioning you have, then you get to feel the rocks quite a lot. And that can be a little bit of an issue for me. So I've had a couple of bruises from running rockier trails with these. But I believe the manufacturer have got a newer shoe now, which has got a little bit more cushioning in, so I'm excited to try those. And I'd just like to finish up by saying that for my first few runs in these shoes, in the FiveFingers, that I took it easy. I'm fortunate that I've always been a forefoot runner. I've always landed in that area of my foot. And so I didn't need to make major modifications to my running style. But even so, I took it easy to start with and transitioned into the shoes. And with these shoes on, it feels fantastic running. I love running with these lightweight trail shoes on as well. But for me, it was like another piece of a running puzzle fell into place, running barefoot with these shoes. And the Oglala Sioux once said that to touch the earth is to have harmony with nature. And this is what I truly felt when I was running barefoot. And my feet were now touching the earth. And they joined the rest of my senses in rejoicing as I ran the trails. And I felt that I had come full circle and had actually come home to these beautiful trails. Thank you. I look forward to joining you again.